So much energy here in the house tonight. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali. He stands 6'3" tall with a 78-inch reach. And he'll face... He is... Deontay...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the Olympic...
One of the hottest tick... And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. They're both trying for a knockout. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Oh, and the right hook clipped him clean. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They are giving us a high-tempo show. Nope, that jab not going to score. Good defense there with that left hook. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
Here's the bell to start round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? That was the moment.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. The greatest! Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it?
1, 2, 3.
That will do it. They want no more. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
They don't like that. Listen to them. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym, his team is going to give him hellfire. This is what you work on as a fighter.
I'm Todd Grisham, and what a venue. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, Tommy the Duke Morrison. He weighed in at 223 pounds and has a reach of 76 inches. And his opponent, Deontay Wilder, 6'7" tall with that massive... Tommy the Duke... How will these two fight? These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Oh, what a punch. Nope, that hook won't score. Deontay, and the Bronze Bomber goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You continue.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay. Pull her right there. Deontay, and down goes Wilder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball. So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given.
Oh, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Oh, Wilder just got clipped, and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this hurt. And down goes Deontay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
Made of stone, we're just palaces made out of flesh and bone, waiting for our time to shine, to come on home. Lord, please bless my castle of sand, waiting on a battle sword, handle all in my hand. The war force is mortal with my door with demands, more important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture, you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art and for your fans. When you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Time for our tale of the tape. Rocky Marciano. He's 5 foot 10 inches tall, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever live. Undefeated. And they'll be facing Jake Paul, the problem child, 6 foot 1 inches tall with a reach of 76 inches.
I'll always go for reach every time over anything. If you've got reach, touch with speed, nobody's gonna touch you, but someone that can get in close, that has the power to get up.
The Rock. Jake Paul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico.
The reach, how on earth are they gonna get through that jab?
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed...
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Close the door, close the curtains, this is it. Let me enjoy myself right now.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. No defense for that hook. Good hook to the body. Nice slip to avoid the jab. They exchange punches. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything from break a man or make a man.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw the hook, didn't land. Punch, counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. His stamina is off the charts. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round. And there's the bell for round 2. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you out.
Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
No rest for the weary. It's all offense all the time. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you...
And there's the bell for round 3. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. Tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Nice counter shot. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself? So much for defensive abilities. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
There's the bell for round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Tried to score with a jab. When you're at a reach disadvantage, you want to get out of the middle of the ring and push your opponent against the ropes.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. They've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
There's the jab, but does not score. That big hook doesn't land. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Are we witnessing one of the all-time greats go down? And now they're right back into the fray.
What caught sleeping on the job? What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nobody home with that hook. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Where Jake Paul will have to go to the canvas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to...
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Let's start the 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive. Did you see that? Marciano fighting to survive. He's never been knocked out. has somehow weathered the storm.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They're in trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Here we go. It's round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
A lot of effort being exerted here. How about that time counter shot? Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? And can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to not...
Oh my! And down goes Jake Paul. So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score. Keep striving until my lungs can't breathe. They're all tired, I don't know about fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what I please. Brothers think I didn't train for this my whole life. Tried to tell them it didn't come with ease. They must have thought that I didn't put in graft. Stay fully focused and stuck to the
All the seats have been sold. We're at Brooklyn Hall. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was gonna miss this.
It's Roy Jones. Rock.
This bout is scheduled.
What a pleasure it is to be here. And Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Failing to score with that right hook. The jab misses. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Oh, right there. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Pensacola's finest is down. So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. He's just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's
So we enter the final 10 seconds here, and a puller right there. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You're being put down. You've got to think right.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
This theater is used to hosting concerts and plays, but tonight it's the sweet science that takes center stage.
He's getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making excuses because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. He threw the hook, didn't land. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell sometimes...
There's the bell to start round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Missing with the hook. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest. Did you see that? Marciano fighting to survive. He's never been knocked out. Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Are we witnessing one of the all-time greats go down? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, they're all right there. Rocky Marciano was supposed to be the one knocking this guy out. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing it.
Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Just missed with that hook. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Oh, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knock. Time for the 5th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
They've got a big reach advantage here. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Never gonna happen. You've got a good jab, you've got a good reach. I know. Nobody could ever get past that jab.
No rest for the weary. That hook won't score. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That right hook catching air. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right.